The medical marijuana program in New Jersey is expanding this year, and thousands more patients are expected to seek prescriptions for the drug.
Now, for these new patients, they're entering a treatment world that is still largely defined by trial and error.
News 12 New Jersey's Katie Kairos has the story of a South River mom who worked out the right recipe in her own kitchen.
Jean Lucas's kitchen is always busy.
What's cooking right now is grape ape.
This time she's got soup cooking on one side of her stove and marijuana on the other.
But yeah, like when we walk in from school, we're like, oh, it smells like skunks. Mom's cooking weed.
It cooks in the oven at 240 degrees to activate the THC. Then she'll mix it with coconut oil and it will sit boiling for 8 hours.
Some of them are funny. I didn't make up the names. This is Golden Goat.
9-year-old Michael is multiply disabled, hypotonic, and epileptic. He's been a client in the medical marijuana program for nearly 3 years.
You want to go to the door? Go ahead.
But the drug has only been stopping his seizures for 1 year. That's when his mother perfected the recipe. He takes THC oil after CBD oil didn't work for him. The difference between the two, THC is the psychoactive component in the plant, the one associated with producing a high.
I talked with someone in our group who taught me how to cook it correctly. I made a potent product and I started giving more.
But rather than putting Michael in a daze, Jean says the THC oil brought a transformation.
School instantly saw. They're like, what are you doing with him?
Michael before seized hundreds of times a day, especially when he went outside, as in this video the family took for his doctor. But playing with his dog or sister Kylie, he doesn't do that anymore.
I feel like he's like normal. Like he was like trapped, but he's like normal now. He can like connect with us a lot more because he's doing like the same stuff we're doing.
I get some looks from people, like, how could you do that? And I think, you're okay with my son being addicted to opioids. You really are, because a doctor writes it on a little blue pad and we pick it up every week, $7, and you're okay with that. Yes, it's still a drug. Yes, it's still federally banned, Schedule I narcotic, but it's helping my son.
Dr. Jeffrey Rosen says because the drug is federally banned, the FDA has not found marijuana is safe or effective at treating any health conditions. The patients who receive it have to learn whether it'll work for them through trial and error with help from counselors at the dispensaries.
They can actually put together a recipe that sort of balances the patient's clinical complaints and any potential or, side effects that they're experiencing.
Currently, state law bans the dispensaries from making their own edible oil. At Breakwater Dispensary in Cranberry, Chief of Staff James Froelich hopes for a change in the law.
Just that we would even have to dilute that oil and call it a topical, we think probably put some patients off from finding that administration method.
The marijuana in the Lucas family's kitchen came from here at Breakwater Treatment and Wellness Center, and here a client can choose from 3 products. That would be the flower, a lozenge, or a topical oil, but that's more diluted than an edible oil like the one that Michael uses.
State law allows child patients to take edible forms of marijuana, such as a lozenge, but Michael consumes the oil made in his kitchen through his G-tube.
I said to my husband, he was very, very sick for a long while, and I said to my husband, maybe we should have let him go. He's just surviving. And that was like my aha moment, and I fired all of his doctors. And literally, I found doctors that listened to me.
He now uses marijuana oil 3 times a day, one of more than 18,000 patients in the state still testing the recipe. Katie Kairos, News 12, New Jersey.
The state is expanding the medical marijuana program this year. Dispensaries estimate that it could double the number of patients in the program by the end of the year.